Hey everyone, Moose Lundstrom here. This is the Terri Barton Gregg episode. This was filmed back in November. Due to some COVID stuff, we were not able to release it. We kind of held the podcast up. We should have released this. My apologies, and I'm sorry. I love you, Terri Barton Gregg. But this is her episode she filmed way back then. We're back. We've been filming, so we have a bunch of great episodes coming up for you after this one. The big change on this one will be our old format was we did the podcast, the 3 stories, and then the next week you waited for the reveal. So we're not doing that anymore. You're going to get it all in the same episode right now. The 3 stories and the reveal all in the same episode to see if you like that better, okay? Let me know in the comments if you do or if you don't. I'd love to know, all right? Thanks. Peace. Go ahead. Hey everybody, thank you for sticking around, guys. We just got done with the Alan Goodwin reveal. Adam got it right again. Adam sucks. I hate Adam. I got it wrong again. So that's kind of our thing.
At least we're consistent.
We are consistent. So we have, I'm Moose Lundstrom. You already know me.
I'm Adam Vokey.
Back-to-back shows. And our guest today, Miss Terri Barton Gregg.
How are you two?
The Hebrew hairdresser.
I am. I'm the Jew with the do. Because who do that you do that I do so well?
That's right. That's right. Terri Barton Gregg is a producer out of Denver and / comedian.
Hold Please Productions.
The thing I like about Terri, if you go on her Facebook, all the stuff she does, it takes up, I don't know, a good 5 foot of Facebook. You gotta scroll a few times before you actually get to the meat of the actual Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
For all the stuff.
Little wordy.
No, and it's all the stuff you're involved in. So
that's true.
Kind of crazy. I do have a funny story for you. You do the Sounds on 29th Street.
Yes.
So one of the guys at work, Randy Weimer. What's up, Randy? We were talking about comics one day. Okay, there was somebody up in the. This place was supposed to be kind of haunted. And I thought, that's a weird time for them to show up. It's so. Okay, I
gave it the look.
That's our chamber director, Teresa Lake. What's up, Teresa Lake? What's up, Teresa Lake? What's that?
I thought that sounded like Teresa up there.
She's still yakking.
So he likes comedy. Randy's a good dude.
Yeah.
I really like him, and we always stop. And he goes, on PBS they have comedy. Or
no
not
kidding.
PBS. Is it PBS?
It is. It's PBS 12.
Yeah, he goes, Sounds on 29th. I go, yeah. He goes, there's a lot of funny comics. I'm like, that's all out of Denver. And I don't know why he didn't know that, but yeah, he goes.
Well, but we're nationwide now. Because we got HD. I helped him raise enough money to get HD, and now we're nationwide, and we were supposed to possibly be up for an Emmy.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great show. We went from just having a comic with a musician or band for a half-hour show, and now we're doing all comedy specials, too. So usually when we film, I'll bring in 13 comics, and we'll do 5-minute segments one after another and just can it right there, and it takes about 2.5, 3 hours instead of our usual 6 hours in a day.
No.
So they were really happy with that.
So how does one go about getting booked with Terri Barton Gregg for that?
You ask me.
Okay. Okay.
We like a variety of people in a variety of different communities, and I try and book such a wide segment of the population from, millennials, which...
I can't get it. It's millennials.
That was enough, right? I've got a couple of good millennial stories about Sounds on 29th. And I like to have, just such a big cross section. That's all you have to do is say, hello, Terri.
Right.
This is Moose and Adam.
Right.
So you're both booked on the next one.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. We'll see. I don't know.
It's 5 minutes.
Okay, I can do 5 minutes.
Of clean.
Oh, well, now I'm back out again.
100% clean.
I was out. You had me back in.
Jack Barton was on.
Who was?
Jack Barton was on.
That's a whole story
right there. It was
the
most edited film we've ever had to do. My 92-year-old father.
I told the story last night because Terry's with us, as Alan was. They were kind enough to come out and do a benefit for us. We had a very worthwhile cause here in Morgan County, and they came down and gave us some of their time, which was awesome. Although crowd was fun, good people there.
They were great.
It was just comedy-wise, it was a small crowd. It'll be bigger tonight.
That's what my husband said last night.
Equally as disappointing.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you, Bill.
Yeah. Promises.
But they were so spread out that makes comedy tough.
Well, that was also last night.
And Adam bought the best spotlight alive. It gave you a little bit of tan.
Yeah.
Last night. You had to be like, Moose, turn it down. I can't see.
Oh, my God. I had that happen at the Voodoo Comedy Theater where it was so blinding I couldn't find the curtain to get off stage. They had to come and get me.
Really?
I was wandering around aimlessly up there, and they're like, will you come off already? He's like, I can't.
Right. I was telling him last night when Jack Barton came down, because we'd known you for a while through Lori Callahan.
Yes.
A mutual friend. Rest in peace, Lori, by the way. A side note, if this next year was going to be our last year of comedy, we have in mind who we'd like to headline the last show. But if she was around, I think unanimously it would have been Lori Callahan to finish out our run. You know what I mean? Yep. She was so incredible.
She's telling jokes with Jack.
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
But that's how we knew you. And so you called one time. We booked you a lot. You're a good friend. And you said, can I bring my father down? He's been doing comedy. He started at 92 years old. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And I thought to myself, as I told him last night, it would be all dad humor.
Right.
Like I said, I just flew in from Denver. Boy, my arms tired. Waka. I said, this will be precious. This will be cute. An old man getting up there and fulfilling a bucket list thing. And Jack, Captain Jack, as we called him, got up there and threw down the filthiest 20 minutes. And actually,
unbelievable.
And it was almost worse because he wouldn't get off stage.
Nope.
He was loving it, man.
Yep.
It's funny. It made me laugh because it reminds me of when you get your parents get older.
Yeah.
How sometimes you have to become the parent,
Yeah. They lose their filter.
I sat at the other stage. He looks at me and goes, what do you want? And I didn't know what to say. I'm like, to be done, Mr. Barton. And then you walk up there, you're like, that's enough, Jack. That's enough.
That's enough.
And then the crowd's like, no.
Yeah,
and it was
they got mad. He
was a hard act to follow.
Yeah, well, he was.
He really was.
Because I'll give him this, out of every comic in 10 years that came through here, I've never seen anybody have that crowd so quiet and so attentive. They laughed. They roared when that punchline came, but they showed him so much respect and love. And I mean, because he's 90-something years old, so his voice, he was soft-spoken a little,
Yeah.
And it was cool to watch them all just on the edge of their seat, just hanging off every word he said.
Because they couldn't imagine the next F-bomb he was going to throw down.
Oh, my God.
on the way up there, on his way up to the stage, I watch the crowd more than I watch the comics at the shows, just to kind of see feedback and that type of thing. And everybody's kind of looking at each other like,
what the?
Really? He's good. What? And then as soon as he started talking,
so dad joke.
Yeah.
And as soon as he started talking, everybody was just locked in, just right there. Just
We always make comics wait a year to come back, skip a season.
Yeah.
So we do say there's only 2 that have came back to back.
Yep.
Sam Adams did. I can't remember why. There was a reason. But Sam's great anyway.
Sam's wonderful.
Yeah. But no, Jack Barton came back because people were like, when's the old man coming back? I'll call Terri.
We'll see what other things he can tell us about.
Right.
Yes.
No, it was cool to see him do that. So
he brought him back to life. I mean, basically, when we closed Casey Fine Furniture, he really didn't have a purpose.
Right.
So he had 2 hematomas, brain hematomas. And after the second surgery, I said, what is your purpose? And he goes, I want to be a comic, not like you, but better than you. And damn it if he wasn't.
Well, he, like you said, hard act to follow. I mean, all.
And he thought he made a lot of those jokes up, too. He told old Jewy dick jokes. That's all he did.
But with the passion he told them, Terri.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even at his funeral, at his memorial, John Hickenlooper did his memorial because we sold him the Wynkoop building for the Wynkoop Brewery.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. This little furniture maven had a little backstory, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, he looked at the rabbi and he goes, can I say big tits, in the sanctuary? And he said, well, Jack said just about everything. So, you're fine with
Jack
that.
has paved the way.
He used to tell the joke about I lost my wife in the grocery store, and I was looking for her, and this gentleman came up to me, and he said, what are you looking for? And he said, my wife. And he goes, what are you looking for? And the gentleman said, well, I'm looking for my wife. And my father said, well, what does your wife look like? And he said, well, she's about this high. She's got long, beautiful blonde hair, legs up to here, and big tits. And he said, "Who are you? What does your wife look like?" He goes, "Who cares? Let's go find yours." And John Hickenlooper, who was the governor, told that joke in the sanctuary at Temple Emmanuel.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And that is the truth.
Yeah. That's
It's
crazy.
going to get rough.
I guess we've been good friends for a long time, Terri.
Yeah.
I guess I've never actually heard the story about how you got into the comedy. Was it through Lori Callahan, or how did that even happen?
Not really. My sister passed away, and I had to do something to get out of the basement because we were together all the time.
Older or younger?
She was older.
Okay.
She was older, and she was the CEO at Casey's, as a matter of fact. And so she passed away, and I thought, I've got to do something that I've never done before to reinvent myself at 55 years old. So I took a comedy class with Jake Sharon. And the only thing Jake did was go, "That's a great idea. Work on
Hi,
that."
I'm Jake.
Hi, I'm Jake.
Okay, all right.
So anyway, then I ended up going over to the Comedy Works for their new talent thing, and I had known Lori's mother because I worked with her as a hairdresser, and Boots was so funny, I had to work next to the bathroom so I didn't wet my pants.
Right.
So we immediately became best of friends, and I met everybody else because, I'm so shy.
Yeah, you are. It's
So
painfully shy.
Painfully shy. I get that from maybe my dad.
Right.
So that's how it all started.
Right.
And plus, I thought I was really funny in the basement.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're always funny with your friends in the basement.
Right.
Then in front of 400 people you don't know, not so funny.
It's a little humbling that first few times.
Well, or there's other times, like when you stand in front of an audience and say, "I have nothing. I don't remember a damn thing. It's been 8 months."
Yeah, you did good last night,
Yeah,
Terri.
yeah.
It's and you also had to kick the night off, so that's always tough.
Yeah.
Get them in that mood. So, you had to follow dinner. That's the tough.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
It's called the nap.
Yeah.
Here's dinner and
Yeah.
I'm the nap.
We kind of gave away all the stuff last night, and so
Oh, yeah, the chief of police won that big Vizio 75 bazillion
65-inch TV.
Yeah, ask him if he lived at the stadium.
You know what? But you won't meet a better dude.
Oh, what a great guy.
We have a great
He
chief of
followed
police
us
here.
almost the entire way back to the hotel.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That's
with the
cool.
lights going on, He came up to the car and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, but didn't you see the red light?" And I said, "Sir, officer, I don't see color."
Right.
I made that up. That's a lie. See, I'm good at this game, aren't I?
Yeah.
We may be in trouble.
You said it last night. Like, I'm going to do the two choosing a lie with you guys tomorrow, and the whole crowd goes, "Huh?"
Yeah, I know. I said Bullhucker.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay. All right.
I gave you a little.
Little plug.
Yeah.
A little plug. Okay. Awesome.
I knew I could just say plug.
I met Lori Callahan in Pueblo at a nightclub. That's the first time I ever saw
She
live
lived
comedy.
in Pueblo.
Well, she lived in Canyon City.
Oh, that's right. But I thought she lived in Pueblo
Maybe she
too.
did for a little bit.
No,
you might be right.
Yeah.
Southern Colorado.
Yeah.
She was a Southern Colorado gal. And it's the first time I ever saw live comedy was there. And that's how I met Hippie Man, all those old school guys,
yeah.
But Lori Callahan was the funny one because she would come in duck farts. She always drank
my
duck
God.
farts back in the day. I can't remember what a duck fart is. I can't remember how you make it. I know it's got Bailey's in it.
Or
Anyway.
Kahlua or something.
She would, like 4 or 5 times on stage, be like, "Bartender, hey honey, sweetie, baby, how about a duck fart? I'll take a little duck fart." And I mean, I'd pour her a frickin' rocks glass,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she'd take it like a champ.
Oh, yeah.
The stories of Lori Callahan. She came out here and partied like a rock star all the time. It was awesome. She was, and they loved her. They called her the dirty old lady. That's what
She was a dirty old lady.
She was a dirty old lady.
But she had the sweetest smile. She could pull off anything.
Right.
And get away with it.
Right.
I mean, she talked our way out of more things than you. We actually went with Matt Baca to Iowa.
Matt Baca.
Remember pepperonis?
Yeah. What's up, Matt Baca?
Hey, Matty. He watches.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
We talk to him all the time. Anyway, so we went to Pepperoni's, and she and I found some caution tape, and we put it in front of somebody's room and hid down the hall like 7th grade girls giggling and watched them think that there was dead bodies in the room. I have pictures. That is the truth.
That's cool. She has that famous picture of her wrapped in
Yeah,
caution
that's where
tape.
she got it.
Oh, is it?
That's where she got this caution tape from.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, as in the Bullhucker, what we do is we bring on a guest. This week's Terri Barton Gregg,
Yep.
TBG, as she...
T to the B to the triple G is my my mafia name, my rye rapper.
It's Loves TBG. That's what I always see. Is Loves TBG, always everywhere on Facebook. So she's brought us 3 stories about her life.
I did.
And only 2 are true. That's the kicker. So one is a lie. But I have to ask you, Terri, the one that is not true, is it completely made up, or did you borrow it from somebody?
No, it's completely made up.
Okay. Completely made up.
Completely made up.
There's no.
I didn't change some of the names to protect the innocent.
Okay.
But it's completely made up.
Okay. So no truth in it at all.
None.
Okay, this will be fun.
I don't know. We may have never had a completely made up.
Yeah. Well.
There's like some that they're all based in truth.
Yeah, they have a small base in truth.
Nope.
Yeah, you might be the. I know there's somebody.
It's got to be somebody. But
No, one person's made it up completely. I can't remember who it is. I'll get back to you next week. So. All right. Well, you picked first last time, so I'm going to pick first this time. Are you ready, Terri?
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to fire off. I want to hear the story of the Pants on Fire.
Pants on Fire. So do you remember, we have all these fires going on right now, right?
Yeah, in the mountains.
In the mountains,
Colorado,
all over Colorado. But do you remember the Hayman Fire in 2002?
Yep.
I do.
The 2002 Hayman Fire, I'm in my car, I get a phone call, and I hear from my aunt, "What the hell were you thinking? What you set a fire? What the hell were you thinking? You set a fire in Colorado?" I said, "I did what?" And she said, "You set a fire in Colorado." And my phone's going off like crazy. And back then you had like a brick phone kind of thing. It wasn't like, so I'm going crazy with what the heck. She goes, "Turn on the radio." I turned on the radio and they said that they were looking for a woman named Terri Lynn Barton who set a fire in the Hayman area. My maiden name is Terri Lynn Barton.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, yeah. Lynn is my middle name. Terri Lynn Barton. So I'm going, oh, my God. Did I do something that I don't remember? I had moments of blackout in my life.
Damn you mushrooms.
Exactly. So I'm going, I don't even know where the Hayman area is.
Right.
So it ended up that this woman had gotten a Dear John letter from her husband, supposedly. She was like a fireman kind of person. And she decided to light the Dear John letter on fire in a ring, one of those fire rings. And I thought, do you really honestly think that if my husband sent me a Dear John letter, I would burn it in a fire ring or I'd burn his ass in court?
Right.
I think I just burned his ass in court, right?
Right.
So anyway, I'm going, no, I don't believe that happened. Well, it ended up that she set the fire on purpose so that she could later get a better job because they think she was a hero, right?
Yes.
So I'm driving, and all of a sudden I thought, I better call and let the police know it's not me. So I called Douglas County Police, and I said, the sheriff's office, and I said, have you ever known anybody named, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer, that's not like Jeffrey Dahmer and they have the same name, or like Ted Bundy, but it's not Ted Bundy? And they said, Terri, is this you? And I said, how did you know it was me? And they said, well, caller ID. And I went, oh, shoot, I forgot about that part. So how am I going to go hide out? Right. They said, well, we've been looking for you. And I said, I didn't do it. I didn't set a fire. I'm not a pants on fire kind of girl.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we're looking at you because apparently your friends think you did it. So we want to guard you because we've gotten about 1,000 calls of, I know who Terri Lynn Barton is.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so, and I still go as Terri Barton Gregg, so it made plenty of sense.
Right.
So they met me at my house because all my snitch friends had turned me in.
Wow.
Time for new friends.
Yeah, great friends.
Yeah,
and then I saw a picture of this bitch. She was 10 years younger, but man, she did not weather well.
Right.
I mean, she just had a good 50 pounds on me.
Was she blonde?
I mean, blonde, 5'5". Oh, yeah.
Some resemblance?
Oh, yeah, okay, absolutely. Okay. But it was still like one of those. And then my mother gets a hold of me and reams me a new one. And she said, do you know that if you set fires before you go to bed, you're going to wet the bed? That was her logic of why I should not set a fire.
Is that a Jewish thing, or is that?
I think it's a Shirley thing.
Who's awesome too, by the way?
Oh, my mother is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, she
cool.
is. Yes, she is. Huh. So that is my pants on fire joke.
And they caught Terri Lynn Barton.
Yes, they did. And then, she got out on a technicality because the guy that was the judge didn't recuse himself. And he lived in the Hayman area.
Oh, so
So they threw it out.
Yeah, he had a conflict of interest. Yeah.
Yes, they did. Oh. Because they got the wrong one.
I got
I'm
you.
kidding. You'll never know.
I was going to be like, God, Terry, now we got to turn this in. Now 2 more friends are about to turn you in. Like,
exactly. Ring.
Is there still a reward for that Heyman fire back? We got Terry Barton in the back.
And it was until now was the largest fire that ever happened in Colorado.
Until now, yeah. This
exactly.
One's crazy.
And I was not in the mountains, I swear to you.
And I'll tell you what, Terry, you're safe until about 9 o'clock tonight. We still need you to perform tonight, so we can't turn you into the popo quite yet.
Yeah. And who am I doing the show for? The popo.
Yeah, the popo. Yeah.
We'll just pick a cop out of the crowd. That's the one you want.
The chief, yeah. Got her. What's the reward again?
Yeah, I'm going to be emceeing. It's like, hey, give it up for Terry Lynn Barton, everybody. Huh?
Yeah, Terry Lynn Barton. That's my name.
Here's your check, Terry.
That set was fire. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're burning it up.
Yeah. Monster.
Put a match to it.
All right.
There is no match.
I think that one's true.
I think you're right.
Maybe.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go right there. I think that one might be true. We'll see. Okay. Pick it up, my man.
I'm gonna go with Arrested Development.
Oh dear God. Okay, so in probably about 1986, my daughter was it was 1980s. Well, she was 3. My daughter was 3. And we went to a wedding in the Hamptons because my husband's family is quite posh. And we were in the New York airport, and Bill had left to go to a rugby game in Europe. And so we were flying home with just Kelsey and I. So she was 3, and she had 2 imaginary friends. One was Zova, and one was Gray Gray.
Elva?
Zova.
Zova.
Z-O-V-A. Zova. Zova and Gray Gray. And so we were going through security, and she started throwing this fit because I said, she had a blanket with her imaginary baby Zova in it. I said, put it on the conveyor belt because we need to get through security. We're going to miss our plane.
Right.
She threw a bloody fit. I mean, just a bloody fit. And I don't know where I'm getting. Bill's going to Europe. He's going to England. So I picked up this bloody somewhere. So I said, put that bloody blanket on the conveyor belt. Right now, I'm going to take it in the bathroom. I'm going to throw the bloody blanket in the bathroom in the trash can.
Right.
Not my best work. So she started screaming, Mommy has thrown our baby Sova in a bloody blanket in the trash can in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And I was like, Kelsey, no, shh. So, of course, security looks at me, and they're like, could you step aside? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, she kept screaming, you have thrown our new baby Sova in the trash can, in the bathroom, in a bloody blanket. And I'm going, no, Kelsey, no. And he looked at me, and I said, tell him about Gray Gray. And she said, he's imaginary. So anyway, I was detained for 6 hours. We missed our flight. Kelsey got a popsicle, and she got some pizza. I got a cavity search. I kept saying to them, why don't you get a gynecologist? They can tell if I've had a baby or not.
Right,
they wouldn't do it. It took hours. We finally got to board the plane, and everybody, of course, had heard this story about the bloody blanket in the bathroom because they had to check through every bathroom in the airport.
I think that's the chick who started the fire's name.
Exactly. That's a crazy bitch. Anyway, so we get on the plane, and there's 2 seats left, one in first class and one in the very back row next to the bathroom, that you can't lean back on.
Right.
So I got on the plane, and Kelsey was old enough that she needed a seat. So guess who got first class?
Zova. She's been through a lot so far.
And I didn't throw a bloody blanket away in the trash can, but I might have thrown a 3-year-old bloody in the trash can. So anyway, Lyle Alzado was on the plane, and he had brain cancer at the time and absolutely fell in love with my little girl.
Really?
So she got to sit with Lyle Alzado. I got to sit in the back row with 2 people with seatbelt extensions. I was in the middle seat.
Oh, no.
The one woman had a baby with a poopy diaper because she thought the airlines would carry diapers.
To buy?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Who knows about this one? It's crazy. And so anyway, it ended up that, yes, Kelsey got a first-class flight with Lyle Alzado, and I got a not-so-first-rate flight in the back of the plane with a shitty diaper baby, excuse my French.
Right.
And, it was delightful. And Bill got to go to Europe.
Nice.
Yep.
Here's the fun part, Terry. As you get older and you and your daughter go somewhere, that's when paybacks are a bitch. You know?
Yeah. She wanted to take me into the luggage store last trip we went to Vegas and get me a backpack with a leash because I tend to wander around a lot.
I need one of those for my mom.
Oh, yeah, she threatened me with that.
As you get older, I mean, play the dementia card a little bit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And tell her, like, do we still have the cocaine in your butt? I mean, just tell them, you know what I mean?
I really should do that.
Yeah, you really should.
That's for baby Zova.
Yeah. She hits me if I don't put it in mine, but today she hits in hers.
You get the plug, honey. You get the plug.
We paper, rock, scissors 3 times. She lost. She's got the cocaine.
There's no shoot in there? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
We're gonna get into that. So
yes.
All right. What do you think so far? You got a clear cut one?
I have a front runner.
Okay. All right. So far, so good. All right. One last story.
One.
Okay.
You're the one. I picked the one I picked because I want to. I'm not gonna.
Inferior desecrator.
Inferior desecrator.
Okay.
So my family owned Casey Fine Furniture, right?
Okay.
So I'm a little furniture maven. So when I was in high school, I got my. I was a hairdresser. I went to school after school and went to hair design school, and when I went to college, I had a minor in fine arts, and I was a geology major. And then after that, my parents, because of the furniture stores, made me go to inferior desecration school, interior design school.
Right.
And then I became a decorina because I had to follow suit because my sister was a decorina, my mother was a decorina, I had to be a decorina.
What's the
Interior designer.
Is that decorina an actual term, or is that
No,
you
I
just
made
being,
it up.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's what my family calls them.
Okay.
So that's just part of our deal. So anyway, we were opening up a store in Frisco, Colorado, and my sister said, "Okay, here's the deal. You get your ASID, which is an Associate of Design, interior design degree, and you can manage the store up there in Frisco." And then my husband got a job in Breckenridge as the ski coach and a high school teacher at the time. So we moved to Breckenridge, and we were paying like $1,000 a month rent. It was crazy. I mean, it was just crazy.
Right.
And I opened the store and I started managing it, and my freaking sister fired me after 13 days. And then,
Bye, Decorina.
This gets even better. Then my husband, they figured out, really did not know how to ski.
What, Bill? He's a rugby player.
He's from Michigan. I mean, who knows how to ski in Michigan? So anyway, I ended up having to commute to Denver for work.
Oh, no.
And be a hairdresser for the next 2 years.
From
Breckenridge.
How far is that?
It is 90 minutes.
Oh, my God.
It's 90 minutes. It would take me as long to get from Breckenridge to 6th and 70 as it would from 6th and 70 to the salon I worked in at
I'll
the
be
time.
damned.
And it was quite the time. And he was still playing rugby at the time, so they ended up not letting him coach, but he coached rugby instead. He didn't coach skiing anymore because he really sucks. He's a potty sitter. I mean, he is the worst skier. I taught and skied patrol at one time, and he's
Really?
yeah. In Winter Park?
I don't ski either, so you?
You don't?
I have a couple times.
Yeah.
That's a story that's going to come up on the Bullhucker when I'm over on the guest seat.
All right.
You're skiing?
Yeah.
Well, I
last
taught
time I
skiing
went.
for a long time. They'd always give me the guys from Arkansas. I can't walk in these shoes.
Right.
It's like they're boots and they're not shoes.
Yeah.
You can walk in them, I'm pretty sure.
I skied once. It was not good.
Was it good?
It was for our senior class trip. That's what they took us to Eldora.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's near Boulder.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And we decided to take oranges and inject them with Everclear.
What a great idea.
Well, we were going to hide it, right, until you peel the orange, Terry.
That's why you use vodka.
Yeah.
But that doesn't do the punch, right? I mean, we're...
Everclear. So which eye are you blind in now?
Well, it's
The
funny.
third
It's
one?
like, yeah.
We just lost him. He almost choked.
Spit water everywhere.
So we started peeling these oranges and
my
eating them, and oh my God, it smelled. We rolled down the windows in the bus. It's cold as shit. Like, we're hot. Like, how are you hot? But so I had like 3 oranges and then tried to ski for the first time, and that I stayed on the
So
bunny
you were
slope.
better.
Oh my God, I folded down a lot.
You
Terry.
followed
It was,
down.
yeah. It
I
was-
used to love it when they say, you got to climb up this hill and pick me up off this hill. It's like, do you know what the spring thaw is? Because that's when it's going to happen.
Yeah. I would be skiing next to children
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
kind of shoot him with, and I think I'm going to hit. I'm gonna,
The pole, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to lose this one, kid. You know?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm not much of a skier. I'm not much of
No, not a big mountain guy, huh?
at all. At all.
No.
All right. I don't know. I think I have a front runner now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Rastro.
Well,
Maybe.
I'm torn between two. You?
No, I think I have a clear-cut front runner.
Okay. All right. We're going to cut here pretty quick. Terri, where can people find you online?
You can find me at holdpleaseproductions.com, or you can go to my Hold Please Productions page on Facebook, or on Facebook, Terri Barton Gregg Comedian or Terri Barton Gregg.
Here's a crazy question, because it's hard to answer now.
Yeah.
But how many rooms were you running before the COVID hit?
Oh, my God. I can't even tell you.
All but 3.
Yeah, every time we drive by anywhere, I'd say, I booked that room. And it would be like the porta potty.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm going to book that room.
Right. So what do you look for in comics when you book them?
People that are relatable, people that are easy to work with.
Right.
I don't like divas because I am the diva.
You're the Decorina.
I am the Decorina, inferior desecrating
Decorina.
Decorina. I don't know that dance.
You, really?
Oh, I did from birth. Are you kidding?
Come on.
They made me learn the Decorina at birth.
What are the big no-nos for comics?
Big no-nos for comics is being late.
Okay.
If you are 15 minutes early, you're 15 minutes too late.
All right.
And also, if you don't, I don't want to go first.
Right.
I go first because I'm the MC. So you're not going first.
Right.
And I don't, big no-nos for comics. Whining. Just happen out whining. Be a team player.
Yeah.
You know, come prepared. And I always put a caveat in all of the information, because I send reams of information to people, that says that you need to bring me your bio and hand it to me, a handwritten bio. Hand it to me when you walk through the door. I think I've had 2 people do that since I've been booking shows in 10 years.
You don't like the digital?
I don't care. I make them up anyway. I just want to see if they read through the material.
Oh,
I
I
give
got
them.
you.
It's kind of like the brown M&M.
the Van Halen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That story, do you know?
Yeah, in the rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of
You
fun.
always put something crazy in that writer.
And if it's there, then they read the whole rider.
They didn't, and none of them read it. I think John Novosad, Hippie Man, brought one. He goes, "What the hell do you need this for?" And I was like, "Huh, I just kind of made that part up."
Yeah, secretly, yeah.
You know.
Hippie Man, like I said, that club, that's where I met him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back in the day, I don't know if John wants me telling this story, but it's a great story. He would dress up. He had like a Hippie Man outfit, like a superhero costume. Do you ever seen it?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So what he did is they played some music, and he would strip down on stage, but he had long underwear.
Right.
That was tie-dyed.
Yes.
And then I can't remember where he got the cape from, man, but he pulled that cape out, and it was...
Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was when he was making something. He was running for president. Remember, he had this
No.
bit about running for president, and he was going to not make America great again, but make something America, Hippie Man's America, or something.
Yeah, Hippie Man's plan for great America.
Great America.
Or something like, yeah.
That's right. It was... how'd it go? Give all the troops a shovel.
Yeah.
And if you see someone with a shovel, shoot them.
Yeah. Hit him. Then I was at Comedy Works one night, and he was doing that joke, and then he said something about dropping another, like, prisoners or criminals or something off over there, and say, just pick up a shovel and start fighting. And he's like, wait. And then he writes it down on his clipboard.
Oh,
He goes,
that's
I just
so
made that
funny.
up. I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
He is so funny. He's doing a show with Eugene Kinney right now that's pretty funny.
Online, the Eugene Kinney Experience, right?
I think it's hilarious.
Or is it a different one?
No, it's that one.
Yeah.
And then he does his own little bit about it, and it's really funny.
Yeah,
The two of them have been besties for years and years.
Yeah. No, yeah, they've been friends for a long time.
Yep.
Let me ask you, it was Chuck Roy. Do you still...
Chuck and I are not working together right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he went a different direction and I went a different direction. He really likes the Zoom idea, and he thinks that's kind of the way of the future, which it could be.
He might be right.
Who
Unfortunately,
knows?
he might be right.
And we just plan things a little bit differently. So
Well, I brought his name up because him and Eugene Kinney were buddies for a long time, right? They were
Yep.
They were running pals for a long time.
Yep.
But I don't know. See, I'm not big on the Zoom thing either. I mean, if that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be.
And he does a great job of his Zoom shows.
He does.
I've done a few with him, but, I have a little problem with staying attentive at things. And with the Zoom show, you have to sit around and watch all the other comics and look like you're paying attention. And
right. It's tough.
I see shiny things.
Have you ever got on it?
No.
After Josh Finley was on, because Josh Finley's done it a few times, and so I got on that week just to check it out with and say hey to Chuck, because I like Chuck.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, we always gotten along really well, and that's tough to. I can't.
Well, and if you're up close to your screen, it looks like my mascara was melting.
Right.
So I was paying more attention to that, and we did a couple of benefits that went over really well. We raised it won $60,000.
Wow.
So, but it's just not. I like upfront and personal, being there.
Yeah, I do too. But is that because that's the way we're used to, or
Yeah, and I'm not a big computer person.
Right.
I have to use my husband's computer because I have my Play Toy, my phone, and that's it.
Right.
That's all I'm allowed to have.
Because
I crashed his computer and erased his dissertation.
That is
his doctorate. Yeah. He was playing tappity tap 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 tap, and oops, and then I unplugged it and I turned it off and called Apple and said, "Can you retrieve it?" And they came out and they said, "Well, no, we have no idea how you did this, but you did a really good job."
The other day at work,
I guess I didn't learn that at Decorita School.
The other day at work, I accidentally erased 58,000 files off of our SharePoint. I got them all back, but I was sweating it there for a while.
Well, and my husband came home and I said, your dissertation. I said, we had lightning. It was lightning. And he said, power surge. And I said, yes, that's it. And he goes, that's why we have that pluggy any doodah. And I went, oh, and he goes, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. I said, what did you do? And he kept chanting, I love her, I love her, I love her.
Right.
And then I said, you didn't like that topic anyway. So he had to write an entirely new one because he had the floppy in the back of his Subaru because he's a Subaru kind of guy.
Nice.
Told you couldn't ski. And it melted. So he had to write an entirely new dissertation.
That sucks.
Should have backed it up. Should have printed it.
We Andy Johnson came on and we got into the conversation. Of the craziest thing you've seen on stage.
Yeah.
Terry, his was the shovel. That's what brought me to that. The guy brought a shovel. What's the craziest thing you've seen someone do on a stage, Terry? Like experimenting on stuff like that.
The craziest thing I've seen on a stage is probably the first time my dad went on stage, and his first joke was, my friends keep asking me why I'm doing this. And I didn't expect this at all. And he said, it's like putting your limp dick in a fan, but this is more painful. And here I am with my father, and it was supposed to be a clean show. I was like this.
Yeah, that's how I was when I first heard him.
Whoa. And then his second joke was, if you want to get justice, go to a whorehouse. If you want to get, can I say the F word?
Yes.
If you want to get fucked, go to court. And I was like, bark, 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 bark. I mean, how do you take him backwards from there? I was like, can you talk? And then he started talking about Casey Fine Furniture.
Right.
And it was like, no, JB, you don't want to say that.
Right.
So I think I had, by that time, thrown my clipboard down, walked out of the place, and he got a standing ovation.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I think that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
You ever seen some out of place? I'll give an example. Comedy Works does their huge contest every year.
Yeah.
Their New Faces contest.
Yeah.
And I had signed up one year.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who came in and he says, can you guys mind if I go in the green room? It was at the downtown Comedy Works and change. And it was like, okay, everybody figured he got off work or whatever, right. Terry. So the guy goes in, he's got a little bag, comes out and he's dressed like a biker. Not like Hell's Angels biker, like Lance Armstrong biker. Like he's got like
the pants?
Yeah, like he's got spandex.
Like Tour de France.
Along with the helmet and that clack, 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 clack shoes, right? He dresses like this, right? And he calls himself Bullet.
Oh, I know who that was.
Do you really?
Yes, I can't remember his name, but I do know.
Is he still around?
I don't think so.
I had to follow that dude.
Click, 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 click,
so
click.
On the last podcast, we talked about dropping the mic, how bad that is, He did it because he gets on stage, does his 5 minutes, or is it 5? Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
5, yeah.
and I mean eats shit at the Downtown Comedy Works, which is hard to do.
You can't eat shit.
This dude, old Bullet did. Bullet ate it pretty hard. So he gets up there, does his 5 minutes, never once acknowledges the fact he's dressed like a freaking cyclist. Doesn't bring it up, doesn't at all, right? Horrible, man. After 5 minutes, he screams, "I hate you," and throws the microphone down and storms off.
And they never fixed the microphone, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Because it's the Comedy Works.
Yeah, I got up after him, and I didn't know. Should I acknowledge that? I was so new to the game at that point. I was like, should I say something about that? Or what? It's like, what's that with that, huh? So, yeah, that was crazy.
I'm pretty sure that was the show because Deacon always emceed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the show where he walked off and Deacon goes, "Bullet, everybody, the answer to the question, what the fuck?"
That sounds like Deacon. Sounds just like him.
Rest in peace, Deacon.
Yep.
That's crazy.
He's telling jokes upstairs with Lori and my dad.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
We've lost a lot of them.
We have lost quite a few of them.
Yep.
What year did you get into it?
I got into it 10 years ago. Okay. So it's, 2010.
Yeah. So I was 06. You were 07. Right? So it's, about the same time.
And, it's been a really crazy trip.
Right.
A very fun, crazy trip. And, it's like I said at my dad's funeral, we had so many comedians there. And we had so many regular people there that I've never seen a funeral go the way this did. People were clapping and crying. Chuck did one of the eulogies, and so did my cousin did, the rabbi did, and so did John Hickenlooper. And it was like I got in a huge fight with the rabbi because I said, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to put my cousin first, then we're going to do Chuck, then we're going to do the governor, and then you're going to go. And he goes, "You don't book this gig." And I said, "I do now." Yeah. So it went from my dad's memorial to I book a gig. And I booked that room now, too.
That's cool.
By the way.
Huh. All right. So Terri Barton Gregg came on, as everybody else, told 3 stories of her life.
I did.
2 were true. 1 was completely made up, you told us.
Completely made up.
Like 0% truth to it.
Well, the names were similar.
Okay.
To protect the innocent.
So this is where we would do the reveal. So before we get started, though, check us out on the bullhucker.com. You can find Terri's information on her episode 16. Mm-hmm. If you're on any kind of social media, find the bullhucker.com. Make sure you like us or follow us. Any podcast platform, we should be on all of them. So find us there and subscribe to that if you can. Also, leave a comment. 5 stars, like whatever the particular platform does. And if you're watching this on YouTube, put down when you watch these.
Wait, it's 5. Where's my star?
When you watch these, put your comment on the below on which one you think is the Bullhucker. That's the fun part about this is to try and guess. It's fun to watch your friends try and guess and see how well they know you, Terri. You know, so I hope they commented below. And it's just fun to watch. If not Facebook or whatever, we should see it. We usually will. So make sure you comment on which one you think the Bullhucker is. So we're back at them. 3 stories. You want to let us know what they were?
There was Arrested Development, Pants on Fire, and Inferior Desecrator.
Inferior Desecrator.
Inferior Desecrator.
That's a hard one to look at. That one was tough. So what we do now is we do the Rochambeau. I've won like 2 out of the, I don't know, was episode 16? It's ridiculous. All right, Terri.
It's a good thing you don't have kids.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Okay.
How do you paper, rock, scissors?
Okay, you go rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it.
That's another one for the good guy.
Terri Barton Gregg.
But I thought shoot was an actual thing.
No.
So my granddaughter and I were playing, and I kept going like that, and she goes, "What is that?" I said, "It's a shoot." And she goes, "There is no shoot."
See?
She's 5.
She's 5. She gets it. Good job, Lucy.
Lucy's the best.
Her grandmother's a dirty 4-pumper, but Lucy's great. Okay.
Lucy was with Bill the other day, and they were eating pistachios. And she goes, "Grandpa, Abby, I love your nuts." So I had to encourage it.
Yeah, that sounds like one of the stories. So,
yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, damn it.
You didn't shoot.
I'm horrible. I'm a 3-pumper. What do you want me? You know what I mean? Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it, he got me. I should have went rock one more time.
Quadruple overtime, baby. All right.
You're a 3-pump show.
Huh? You're 1 pump better. What are you bitching? Okay.
It's all about timing.
All right. So do you have a clear cut one ahead?
Kind of.
All right. Well, let's.
I'm going to go with inferior desecrator. This is the one that I'm going
Why are you going with that one?
Because the whole getting fired 13 days after your sister hired you thing. I don't know. And maybe, I don't know. It's just, that's the one that, plus it's fun to say.
Yep.
So, there's not really any real reason.
So, here's the thing. One person's beat us both. Only one.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to set a precedent here. Because I think Arrested Development's true.
Maybe.
I met your daughter. I think she would do that too. You know what I mean? I can see it. A lot of detail with that one. Pants on Fire. I remember that story, and I remember the lady about the. I remember a woman who had started a fire to be the hero.
Right.
They caught her, and she had started a fire, and it turned into. I might have been the Heyman. Maybe I don't think it was a different fire.
It was the Heyman.
Yeah, and so she came out because she wanted to put it out, and so everybody would hip hip hooray. And I remember her being kind of blonde. So when you said it, it started to. Maybe I don't know, but it's. I remember some truth to that, if I remember correctly. So, we're gonna do something we've never done in 16 episodes. We're gonna agree on the Bullhucker. I'm gonna also go with inferior desecrator.
No.
Yeah, we have never agreed on.
We've never doubled up on the same story.
Really?
Yeah. So we have a. So here's the thing, Terry. Here's what's the double jeopardy for you.
The odds just switched.
Yeah. So what could happen is you could be one of only 2 people to beat us, or the only person we both beat.
There's going to be history made here today, folks.
Now,
yes.
to be fair, Terry, there's been a few times that we pulled away from this that we should have, like you said with the last. Which one? There's one you said you just switched because I picked one.
Oh, it was the. There's been a few. It was the Andy.
Okay.
It was the Andy one, I think.
Throwing a woman?
Huh?
He did.
Yeah.
Andy did
Hey, we don't throw women.
Yeah.
That was a great quote. If you haven't watched that episode, go back and watch it or listen to it. It's hilarious.
Well, he's about as dry as you get, too.
But he's a great storyteller.
Oh, no, he's funny.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
really dry, though.
Well, Terry,
Okay, you
let's
ready?
see your board. Inferior desecrator.
Yes.
Look, we both get a cheer.
They wouldn't let me decorate a barn.
I've been at your house, so it looks amazing, Terry. You're a
yes,
great
sir.
Because
decorator.
her husband did it, dude.
Yeah, he's the inferior
She
desecrator.
just took Lucy to the furniture store and let her just point at shit, and it turned out
Pretty
looking
much,
great.
pretty
Yeah.
much. No, actually, I was a geology major and a chemistry minor in school. I had a hairdresser before that. I had zero interest in being an inferior desecrator.
Inferior
A decorator. And my husband actually did teach in Breckenridge. He taught elementary school.
Right.
And he never coached skiing. And he never coached rugby in the high school either because they didn't have it back then.
Right. I almost picked Pants on Fire, and here's why. Because you kind of bounce back and forth between saying my maiden name was Terri Lynn Barton, and then you referred to yourself as Terri Barton Gregg, so I got kind of
did that
confused.
on purpose.
Okay. Well, it almost worked because I mean,
Well, I was pretty transparent, I think.
the part that really sold me was when you started talking about how she wanted to be the hero. That's the part of the story that I remember.
Yeah.
That's what cemented me.
So
in
Well,
that
you
one.
told me I had to tell the truth on
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
so I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
make it more colorful.
Yeah.
So I remember,
How do you make that more colorful?
Yeah.
I remember the whole Heyman fire. It was
Yeah.
in 2002
Yeah.
because I was at a Rockies-Yankees game.
Yep.
And there was ash falling in the.
Really?
In the, yeah.
And
in
what
the
caught me
stadium.
was the 13 days, and guess who added that part in? My friend Alan Goodwin. He goes, you have to give a time limit or they won't believe you.
Big Alan Goodwin.
Big Al, my pal.
Why'd you listen to Alan? Come
Oh,
on,
God.
you know.
I know. I mean, could you? No, I don't think he could pull off a lie, but I was pretty convincing.
It was. Like I said, some of these are a shot in the dark for us, Terry. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I think that they were too outrageous.
yeah.
And they were true.
But you never know, though. Sometimes
But
the most
I have
outrageous
a
one-
lot of outrageous things that have happened to
Oh,
me in my
well,
life.
We'll have you back on for
You
sure.
have to, because
Yeah.
I mean, outrageous.
Terry, where can everybody find you?
Everybody can find me at holdpleaseproductions.com, or they can find me at Hold Please Productions on Facebook, Twitter. What's the other thing? Instagram. Instapot.
Instapot. Yep.
And our Terri Barton Gregg or Terri Barton Gregg comedian. And, or, in the phone book. Oh,
Right.
we don't have those anymore, do we?
We don't.
I
have
actually
phone
got
books.
one the other day.
So do I.
My mother did.
I was like, what the hell?
I know. My mother got one, and it was like, I wasn't in it.
Me neither.
Really?
No.
Do they have cell phones in those now?
No.
No.
I don't know. That's crazy.
No, it's just landlines. That's
Yeah.
why it's went from being like 3 or 4 inches thick to like an inch.
Do you have a landline still, Terry?
I do.
Do you really?
I do. I have a fax machine.
Oh. What are you using it for?
I don't know because I don't know how to work it.
Where does the floppy disk go?
I'm like, I don't know. We were trying to print something off the other day, and I had no idea how to work it. And it was like it wasn't plugged in because of the
It has like
surge protector.
has the round like scroll of paper that prints
Exactly.
out.
Exactly. And my abacus too.
Wow. I bet that confuses millennials. Phone books when they show
yeah,
up.
a lot confuses millennials.
Well,
okay?
yeah. But then again, who were we talking to last night? Talking about, it was John Sweeney.
Yeah.
One of the guys, local guy at the store, lost his phone. And he hasn't replaced it yet. And he told me it's been the most liberating experience of his life.
Oh, I guess.
You know?
My babysitter.
Yeah.
It's my
Yeah.
electronic leash.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. It's an electronic leash.
That's exactly what it is.
He said it's been kind of inconvenient because he's the manager of the store. You know what I mean? So they have to call
Yeah.
the store or his home to get a hold of him. But he was telling me, man, he goes, man, I don't know if I want a phone back. And I said, well, pull an Ari Shafir and get like an old flip phone.
Yep.
Like the most basic, And he said that he's no longer wasting time on Facebook, no longer wasting time.
Oh, it's my life.
It's horrible. And me
I love
too.
Facebook.
It's horrible.
I am
But,
such an addict, and I love putting funny memes. I make my own memes now.
Right. Right. Well, I wanted to ask him, so what do you do when you're pooping? Well,
Yeah.
you got a smartphone.
Well,
That's,
yeah, millennials don't need toilet paper anymore because they have bidets.
but
So they're like, "What's this? Why are we? There's no shortage.
yeah,
What are we
yeah.
talking about?"
I got a
I
guard
mean, my
nose.
husband had to scoot
That's what I
across.
was just
The,
saying. I got a guard nose.
Yeah.
my husband had to scoot across the carpet like a poodle once.
Poor Bill.
We call him Scooter now.
Wipe with a floppy disk. How long has it been since you've seen a floppy disk?
It's been a
Well,
while.
last night.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's the night before. Last night was Alan.
I was going to say, wow. Just admit that in front of the world, Terry.
Oh no, there is no. I have a bald guy at home, right?
You got a great guy at home.
You know,
like
I
Bill a
actually
lot.
had a creepster that called me, and this is a true story. And he goes, "What are you wearing?" And I said, "On my husband's nerves."
That was me, Terry. Anyway.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
And you're the one that said, "I'm going to make your life a living hell." And I said, "No, thanks. I'm married."
Yeah, well, yeah, it was me,
You're
Terry.
already married. God, you're the best heavy breather I have ever heard.
It's not my choice, Terry. I mean, I got to lose
He's
some
built
weight.
for it.
Yeah, I got to lose some weight. I always, guys at work, when I call them, I'm like, hey, what are you wearing? And they always like, well, a lot of them have gotten used to me. Like, oh, I got my boots on and some jeans. They just answer me. But I'll do it. I'll do it to make you uncomfortable until you catch my bullshit. And then I
Exactly.
no longer mess with you. You know what I mean? But if I think it makes you uncomfortable, well, then
Oh, you
I
bet.
just
You
put my
bet.
thumb on it.
Yeah, it's what we do.
That's what
We're
we do.
comedians.
Well, I'm just a child. That's what that is. So,
Well, man-child.
man-child. Yes, ma'am. Terry, thanks so much for coming on.
And thank you for beating the crap out of me.
You held your own. Come on now.
I know.
Well,
I
Terry,
know.
we're gonna have a Hall of Fame page, and now we're gonna have a
Hall of Shame.
page.
Alan did it. It's Alan's fault.
Yeah, well,
You guys wouldn't have fallen for it even without the time
the
limit.
TPG. I'm gonna make a nice little statue of you, like a trophy.
You should.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you should.
Yeah,
I'm not a good liar, pants on fire, huh?
You were.
My pants did not catch on fire.
Yeah, it was good though.
One
so.
guy's did, though, for both of you. I didn't mean it like that at
Bill
all.
Tran. All right. Well, thank you. I'll move on.
How about a bookie?
Terri Barton Gregg.